Hey, this message goes out to all my chosen ones. Hey, look, we love you, Father Yah. Thank you for giving us another day. Thank you for your wonderful son. Thank you for continuing to hold all us up in these last days. All glory, praise, and honor to your name. Hallelujah. I just wanted to chop it up with all my people of y'all for a minute and just tell you I love each and every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for continuing to push for y'all, taking time to listen. You know what I'm saying? Separating from this world. Continuing to fight each and every day to stay on that narrow path. I love each and every one of y'all, and I consider each and every one of y'all family. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who takes time out here, just continue this fight. You for y'all, you family to me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to chop it up for a minute about something that, you know what I'm saying, this world disregards, and we know that's so many different things in life. But it's something that we all dealt with and we still, see on a daily basis that surrounds us, you know. And thankfully it's not a problem for me no more like it was. And I'm speaking of lust, because we have so much of it all around us. It surrounds us like just air. You know what I'm saying? You have women out here just and I'm speaking from a male perspective, so you know what I'm saying? Ladies, I'm sure you can, you know what I'm saying, attest to it as far as, what it's like being a woman and everything, with how the males and everything. But you see so many women out here walking around halfway naked. You know, you see it on social media. You know what I'm saying? Corn is just destroying a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like destroying lives with these evil spirits. With these demon lust spirits. You know what I'm saying? You see it in you see it on the news. You hear it in the music for sure. You see it on TV, on movies. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near like a flick. You know what I'm saying? Watching movies nowadays ain't nothing out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? You see it in sports where you got volleyball. You know what I'm saying? Gymnasts, all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Softball. Women's track. You know what I'm saying? All kind of things. Even swimming. So that's just a little example of everything that you see so much in this world, and it's all around you. You know, so it's something that you have to protect yourself from each and every day. But at the same time, when you have a lust problem, that's what I wanted to discuss. Because when you have a lust problem, you know, and you're trying to get into either a relationship, you know, or you know what I'm saying, the marriage is a relationship too, but that's even more serious. I ain't gonna lie, I take a relationship as serious as I do a marriage, but a marriage as well. You know what I'm saying? When you get into that and you get into it with another person, you know what I'm saying? When you bring another person in that situation, when you're dealing with a lust spirit and a lust problem, that can end very badly. It's just like basically like dealing with a lust problem. If you're a smoker, like if you had an issue with, blowing tree when you smoke a lot of weed, you know, and you always for years, you know what I'm saying, smoke with these dudes, you know what I'm saying, you was in this neighborhood, you lived in this neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, you smoke weed with them all the time, and you realize that you wanted to get out of that situation because you didn't want to do that anymore. But you never handled the issue, you know what I'm saying, as far as that addiction, as far as that spirit, because everything is spiritual. And you just left that neighborhood and you stopped dealing with those guys. But at the same time, you never handled that issue. So you can go somewhere else, but that spirit is gonna rise up in you, that issue that you have. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna rise up in you. And I thank y'all because he delivered me from that too. You know what I'm saying? The drug abuse with, and the and the lust addiction. You know. It was a corn addiction too. The Most High delivered me from so much. That's why I tell all the guys, all the females too, because it's not just, it goes both ways. If you got an issue that it's a lust problem with, y'all can't deliver you from it. I'm nobody special. He delivered me from it. He can deliver you from it too as well. It's nothing that y'all can't do. You know what I'm saying? If he created the world in 6 days and chilled on the seventh day just to give us a day to rest in between all the madness and the craziness that we go through in life, that's nothing, dealing with a lust problem, to deliver us from it. Because think about this, if you say, for instance, if you were trying to get married and you thought that, okay, I want to do the right thing. So I don't just want to be just having sex out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do the right thing. You know, if you go and get married and you're dealing with a sex issue, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with not a sex issue, but a lust issue is that, a lust issue, and then, you don't have a control on it. It can lead to cheating, and you can end up hurting that person, very badly, even a relationship or that, or a marriage, because the only one who that lust has loyalty to is his next high, you know what I'm saying? Is his desire, and it's never fulfilled. It's just like basically like an empty hole, empty space that never gets filled. It just wants more and more as you give it more. So you actually don't want to even be, basically you can pass that lust spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You can pass that lust spirit on to even your partner. It's a dangerous thing to be in lust, because you can pass that lust spirit on to her as well, or you can pass that lust spirit on to him as well. I'm speaking of male and female, you know what I'm saying? You can pass that spirit on to them, and it can put that on them, and they can end up cheating, because that spirit inside of them, you're fighting that spirit, the male spirit, the incubus spirit, and the female spirit, the succubus spirit, were fighting against you to overtake you. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said, just getting married, or, getting in a serious relationship doesn't stop the problem, you know? And a lot of times people try to go to therapists to deal with a spiritual issue, you know? Therapists are dope and everything. They do help people. They help a gang of people in life, but at the same time, you got to know that you're dealing with spirits that want to take over your body. You know what I'm saying? You're not just dealing with something, you know what I'm saying, like a mind issue or something like that. It's a whole spiritual issue. So you gotta go to the Most High to deal with it, and to be delivered from it. Just like I said, he delivered me from all these different spirits. He can deliver you as well. You know what I'm saying? He's no respecter of person. You come to him with sincerity, he will do it. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to him with all your heart and mean it. He will do it, you know? But I encourage everybody today, you know, just if you do have a lust problem, you know what I'm saying, get some help from it and get some help for it, because, that spirit is not going to stop until you make it stop. You know what I'm saying? You got to get delivered from it. And thankfully, you know what I'm saying, I was able to get delivered from it years ago. And that's been a blessing to me, because, that spirit to have you looking at, you know what I'm saying, if you a woman, that spirit to have you looking at men and, you know what I'm saying, just lusting after them. You know what I'm saying? And if you know what I'm saying, speaking from my point of view, that's what I was doing a gang of times. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at women, and you see them as objects. You don't see them as, you know what I'm saying, a person. You see them as however they can please you, or just, or fulfill your desires. That's how that lust looks at them. Because when that lust is inside you, you're not looking at a person, through your eyes. You're looking at them through that lust and through that spirit's eyes. So I encourage everybody, please get delivered. You know what I'm saying? Just go get help from Yah. You know what I'm saying? And continue to stay on this narrow path. You know what I'm saying? Because we will make it. Keep enduring to the end. I love y'all, each and every one of y'all, and I thank you for taking time to listen. And I pray for each and every one of y'all every day. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe. Stay pushing for y'all. Stay out the way. Don't fall for this hate either. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Stay pushing for y'all until the casket drop until the end, because we will make it. Until next time, y'all willing? Peace.